This is KCCK's Culture Crawl. I'm Dennis Green, and my guest today is Nancy Andreasen from the Tournament of Drums show, which is coming up in Cedar Rapids. Welcome, Nancy.
Thank you. I'm grateful to be here.
First off, when is the tournament?
It is next Friday, July 29th at Kingston Stadium, 7 p.m.
All right. So I know a little about drum corps. It wasn't until I moved to Cedar Rapids in the 80s that I really understood what a big deal that it was. It wasn't any drum corps in Western Iowa that I recall.
Yeah.
But it's a huge thing around the country. And for many years, Cedar Rapids had the Emerald Knights, which was one of the leading corps in the nation.
Yeah, it was great. I actually was a member of the Emerald Knights in 1982 through 84. And the corps no longer exists. A lot of the drum corps, because of it's so expensive to run it, a lot of them have not continued on. But last year, a group of us that were alumni from the Emerald Knights, and then the Night Express, as it was later known, decided we'd like to have a reunion corps for the 50th anniversary of the Emerald Knights. So we had this crazy idea, let's put together an alumni corps, but where were we going to perform? So we decided, you know what? The Tournament of Drum show had not been at Kingston Stadium for 9 years. So we thought, let's bring it back. So we brought it back as a venue originally just for us to be able to perform our alumni corps. But that we had such a huge response last year that we want to just keep the show going because it was a great crowd. They were so enthusiastic. They really loved it. So we are bringing the show back this year and hopefully all the years to come too.
So drum corps, as I said, for years and years, there was one here in Cedar Rapids, but there are still a lot of young people involved. Your kids are in drum corps which corps are they in?
The Colts and Colt Cadets from Dubuque.
Okay, they're in the Dubuque.
Yep.
Yeah, because I know there are several people that from around here that do one in Wisconsin too.
Yes, there's the Lacrosse Blue Stars, and yeah, there's several around the Midwest that you can do.
So what makes and of course anyone who's a drum corps fanatic will wince when I say the B word, band.
Yeah.
But what is the difference between a drum corps and a marching band?
Well, the drum corps, there's no woodwind instruments. It's all brass. So there's 3 sections. There's brass percussion, which is the battery on field, and also the pit percussion, which is all of the keyboard instruments, timpani, that kind of thing. And then there's a color guard, which is flags, rifles, sabers, pretty much anything you can spin, and dancing. So that's probably the major difference, is that it's all brass instead of no woodwinds. And then because the drum corps have all summer to work on their show and they practice 12-hour days, they just have a lot more time to perfect all their moves, so they can do a lot more complicated visual, drill, music things than a marching band typically can.
Yeah, so the shows are more intricate.
Right, for sure. Yeah, there's some amazing things you'd never think could be done on a football field.
So who's coming to the Tournament of Drums?
So we have 5 open class corps from Drum Corps International, and the 2 of them were actually the first place and second place finishers in open class last year. It was the Santa Clara Vanguard Cadets and Blue Devils B. And they are from California, those 2 groups. And we have a group called Genesis from Texas. And then there's a new drum corps out this summer called Shadow, and they're from Wisconsin. And then we have the Colt Cadets from Dubuque, who's one of the sponsors of our show. So
you do have several of the top drum corps in the entire nation.
Yeah, they're the top for the open class. There's also a world class division. And so the ones that are coming to our show, the top open class ones, actually, they will finish probably in the top 20 of the world class as well at the championships in August.
So pretty high quality stuff.
Yes, they're very good. Yeah.
What is it about drum corps that sticks with you for so long? Because you were in it back in the 80s, and but it obviously was such a formative experience that you want to keep that tradition going, even if we don't have a local corps.
Right. Yeah, there's just something about the experience. I mean, what you do is you practice 12-hour days, you sleep on school gym floors, you travel together with this group of people, you eat off a cook bus or cook truck. It's just an incredible experience to go through with this group of people, so you just create a really tight bond with them. But in general, I mean, the drum corps experience, it teaches you about personal responsibility, persistence, determination, working as a group.
Practicing something until you get it exactly right.
Right. Striving for perfection. I just know after I went through that, I know a lot of times if I was stressing about something, I think, well, I made it through drum corps, I can make it through this. Because it's just such a challenge. It's a challenge physically and it's a challenge mentally to keep going through all that and pushing through, the heat and the rain and just all that, to really strive for perfection.
And the Tournament of Drums is not just an exhibition, it'll actually be a judged competition, yes?
It's a judged competition.
So there will be a champion.
Yes, somebody will
wooden trophies will be awarded.
Actually, we have some generous sponsors from General Mills and Quaker Oats, and so instead of trophies, which the Corps really don't, they compete at so many competitions, they don't really want. You'd have a busload of trophies, right? So we have some great donations from them of cereal and granola bars and fruit snacks that we will give the Corps for trophies
for the food truck.
Yes, exactly. It takes a lot of food to feed these kids. The two bigger groups that are here, the Vanguard Cadets and Blue Devils V, have 150 members. So, and they, the Corps try to feed them 4 meals a day because you're burning so many calories. So that's a lot of food.
Yeah. So a food prize is a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it's coming up Friday the 29th.
Right.
At Kingston Stadium.
Yeah, 7 p.m.
And can people buy tickets in advance? Can they get them at the gate?
Yes. The tickets are $12 in advance, and they're available at West Music and also Hills Bank locations in Cedar Rapids, Iowa City. And then at the gate, they will be $14.
Is there a website or anything where people can go for more information?
Yes, you can go to tournamentofdrums.com.
Okay. Well, it is a great pleasure to have Drum Corps back in Cedar Rapids. I emceed a Drum Corps competition years ago,
awesome.
So I do remember just how amazing. We'd had some of the top corps in the nation at that one too, and I remember just how amazing it was to see the intricate performances and the high-quality musicianship.
Right. And I just wanted to give a shout-out to our crowd from last year because they were so enthusiastic and they cheered for every group, and we had comments from the directors of the corps afterwards like, where did you get this crowd? They were amazing. So we're hoping that the same thing will happen this year and we'll have this amazing enthusiastic crowd again to support these kids who work super hard.
Well, we'll cross our fingers for good weather and a big enthusiastic crowd for the Tournament of Drums. Again, Friday, July 29th. And again, the website, if people want more information, is
tournamentofdrums.com.
Nancy Andreasen from the Tournament of Drums. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks.